So before I met John, I was still very lost. You see, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And I had this this funny idea that if I could just get rich, if I could just get rich, then all my problems would be solved, right? But that's not exactly the case, I came to find out. But here's the thing. Even though I was lost and I continued to work with John, he helped me begin to understand that there was more possible for me in my life than I had been experiencing. Now, as we continued to work together, I continued to learn. I started reading books, started listening to motivational speeches, started really trying to work on changing my mindset. But I still struggled because I couldn't seem to figure out what on earth am I here for? Why am I here? What does my life mean? What does my life even matter? And I really struggled with this. And one day, I was feeling extra down on myself, just beating myself up because I felt like I would make a little bit of progress here and there, then I would fall, then I'd make a couple leaps and bounds there, but then I'd backslide, and I beat myself up over this because I just couldn't seem to figure it out. And so one day when I was feeling especially lost, I called John because he was really the only person that I could talk to. I asked him if I could come over. Now, when I got there, I still remember walking through the door with him, going into his living room and just sitting down on the couch right across from him, and a tear started to stream down my eye because I was just so upset and felt so lost. And I remember looking at him in the eye and asking him the question, John, how does somebody find their purpose in life? And without blinking an eye, he looked back at me. He looked me in the eye and he said, David, the way that somebody finds their purpose in life is they take a look at their life. They take a look at everything that they've ever been through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they ask themselves the question, what has all of this been preparing me to do? When I left his house that night, I remember laying in bed thinking to myself, what could all of this been preparing me to do? Because I was so used to looking at my past in shame and guilt and feeling like I wasn't worthy, like I couldn't really reveal myself to people because I had rejected myself before I ever gave somebody the option to reject me. But as time went by, I continued reading, studying, learning, listening to speakers, and trying to develop my mindset, all while asking myself the question, what could all of that been preparing, shaping, molding me to do? Now, one day I went to the beach to go think because I was wrestling with that question. And I remember sitting on a rock, watching the sunset go down, and just pondering this question, what could this been preparing me to do? What did all of this mean? And then something happened. A shift occurred. Because I realized in that moment, watching that sun go down with the backdrop of the beautiful colors in the sky, a voice came to me and it said, David, the reason that you went through and been through everything that you've been through is because that was exactly what you needed to go through in order for you to become the man that you needed to be to do the work you were born to do. And then it clicked. All of a sudden I realized all these things, all this stuff, everything that I had been afraid of and ashamed of and scared of sharing with people, this was what was going to empower me and give me the experience and the knowledge and the credibility to be able to work with people and help people who have been through similar situations, who are lost, trying to find their way. And it was in that moment that I realized I was born for a reason. My life matters. I was born for a purpose. And so from that day on, I was on fire. I couldn't stop reading, couldn't stop working on developing and programming my mind, creating this vision for what I wanted my life to look like and what I believed was now possible for me now that I began to understand that everything that I had been through was exactly what I needed to go through for me to become the man that I needed to be, to do the work that I was born to do. So I stand in front of you today, not as that little scared boy who felt rejected on the playground, but as a man on fire, chasing his dreams every single day, waking up, looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself every single day that that dream that you have for your life, that it's possible. And not only is it possible, but that I'm the one. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with this. I heard a quote recently that says, when you die, and when everyone you know dies, unless you have done something significant with your life, it'll be as if you had never been born. So let me ask you, what is the meaning of your life? Have you discovered it yet? Have you found that purpose, that thing that will allow you to wake up every single morning excited for the day, excited for the possibilities, because you know that you have exactly what you need in order for you to accomplish your dreams, that it's possible for you. And not only that, but that you're the one. Thank you.